All right. Hey, you did. Oh, there, she did close it. Okay. Waifu, man. Mang. All right, let's see here. Is 800 too bright? 800 too bright. Let's try 640. Is 640 all right? 640 is all right. Okay. So I kind of solved the light problem. This is one of the things. There's a few things I needed to do this morning before getting started, and then of course, hey Joe, what's up? What's up? Of course, my wife wanted to talk to me about some things. Not that the things were what needed the. It's just you get talking with your wife, and then one thing leads to another, and then after half an hour, wait, that sounded different. I mean, that happens too, but that's not what I was talking about. What I meant was there were different topics of conversation that were to be gone through. So anyway, so that took a little while, and I had a call, and yada, yada. Anyway, so these lights, the skylight, I think I found a solution. I have found a solution. Well, I found the solution a while ago. I put little eye hooks, and then I put some string through a poster board, but the poster board's just a touch too thin. So I want to figure that out. Okay, let's move this over just a touch. There we go. That's good. That's good. Okay, we're ready to get started, and I actually don't remember where I left off last night. I think I just hadn't published it. So we need to get to the point where everything can be published. So I think that's what we're going to be doing for the next hour or so. And then I might switch to some Zelda, because it's been a while. And, a man deserves a little Zelda. So, if you know where to get 30-inch, or I would take 28-inch by 28-inch. Can I get 28-inch square? I just need square poster board. I need large square poster board. If you know where to get it, excuse me, let me know. I'm going to search this. Large square poster board. I want the see-through kind. 22 by 22. So I want square. Is square not something that we understand here? No, it's not. All right. All right, let me get back over to the main event. But first, let us pop a top, my friends, for it is time to Mountain Dew. Boom. Okay. There's a whole ton of commits here. Look at all those commits. There's no way I'm going to be able to put this into anything to organize these. There's so many things that needed to change. There's so much stuff that got redone. When release of this today, now-ish. I just need to. I don't know what else I need to go through. I was going through the help. I think that the important things have been documented. Send is pretty important. There are a couple of issues outstanding that I do want to get fixed. We might fix them now. I think I should publish first, and then I think I should work on additional issues later. So one issue is, if you want to send to a single address, you have to specify that address exactly. And that I think I actually can get that in real quick, because it's kind of important. What do we do here? What I need is an allow reuse. And actually it's not allow. It's a reuse address. And this could be put on the contact itself. I don't know. We'll start out with it being a flag because I think I can get this implemented quickly. Famous last words. And then let's get this published so that others can start playing with it. And I can move on to something else. Speaking of that, actually, that had nothing to do with that. Just, there was some fiberglass fibers that fell. And I wanted to move them from my controller. So, AJ plays Nintendo. Oh, yeah, you can't really see the light on it. It needs good reflection. There we go. Boom. That's what I'll do after this, maybe. I'm probably going to work on this for 2 to 3 hours and then play some Nintendo before dinner. Alright, starts with accounts. I need to go down to where... Get next pay adders. Count. There we go. Okay. Yeah, I think I solved that problem then. So now... Oh, bless me. Oh, that's not it. That's not the right one either. Okay. Ah! Focus on me, camera. Not on the background. Foolish camera. So what are you up to today, Joe? Talk to me. Or don't. Actually, I think over here... I need to figure out where to throw this error and how to handle it. I think I might just change the... I might just change this from count to limit. But I don't know where all the trickles are going to be for that. Don't like that one. Oh, what's this? That seems weird. Could have sworn I already had this function. Anyway. Get nice path. So I don't want to change this from count to limit. Not right yet, anyway. There we go. I'll beat the type checking yet. I will bend it to my will. Okay. Let's see. Too few addresses. All right, let's try over here then. All right, where did count come from? How about that length? Good. Let's see if we can get some value out of this. I think it's just index -1. Let me see. Yeah. It's just this right here. There we go. Okay, so too few addresses. Okay, get next loose adders. Allow reuse. No unused adder. Okay. Is that right? Oh, I wonder what this is about. Getting a phone call. Let me just see if it's relevant. It's just a robo dial. All right. There we go. All right, there we are. Could this be done better? Maybe. Okay. Too few addresses, no unused address. All right, I think that should work out now. So there's a distinction between reuse adder and allow reuse, because allow reuse says if there's a single address, then allow it to be reused. But if there's multiple addresses, then it's not going to reuse the single address. It's going to throw the error because it looks like it's an ambiguous situation. So it's going to throw the error. So we'll throw the error. We give the user the feedback. Pass reuse address to use the most recent. There we go. We put these little sanity fails in here, just assertions, things that this code should never get called, but as we saw yesterday, was called anyway. Just lets us know that some core logic somewhere is wrong. But I think I feel pretty good about this now. So now we should be able to pay when we only have a single address for somebody. We don't have any new addresses. We don't have an XPub. We should be able to pay anyway. You know, I'm beginning to believe that the way to go for most transactions would actually be to send someone a private key. I think that that's how it should work for most transactions, is that because there's too great of a possibility. So I actually want to rework our thinking about contacts. There's too great of a possibility that you send money somewhere and it doesn't get received. My experience with Jojo yesterday. I had a wallet for him. He doesn't know where that wallet is. So it makes the most sense to me that if you have a contact, the way that you send that contact is you actually share an xpriv, not an xpub, but you share an xpriv to them. And when you send money to them on that xpriv, you don't track the money as your money. But if for some reason the money needs to be reclaimed, you can. Now somebody's going to argue, but then you can make a payment and the payment doesn't really go through. But this is false. Because the payment, you can confirm that you've sent it, and you both have access to the address that it was sent to. And then you can confirm if it's been received because it gets moved off of that address. And with the whole stamp system, this makes a lot of sense. And I'm going to make a note about that real quick over in this channel that I was active in the other day. Let's see. Okay, so here's the idea. If I share a pairwise xpriv with you, then I can send money to it, and you can take money from it. But in the normal, everyday case that an average consumer accidentally deletes their wallet, as happened just yesterday to someone I was just about to send to. Well, actually, I wasn't about to send to him. The unclaimed money can be retrieved. There's no additional risk for the receiver. In fact, there's less. There's not only no additional risk for either party, there's more security for both. This provides a buffer of a pending, sent but not received, and confirmed, sent and received. I like it. We don't share xpubs, we share xprivs. Okay, so I'm going to update this code here too, maybe. I don't think... Oh, we can get rid of this one. That was never used. Xpub goes back to being xkey again. Upsert contact. Let's see, xpub or adder. Yeah, and that makes sense for addresses too. I could just pump money to you over to private address. So the only case this doesn't work is if the address isn't pairwise. Is X key, is X key. Let's see. There's probably way too many places where I would need to go through and change this, so I probably shouldn't do it right now. You know, and we could actually put something at the protocol level to allow reclamation of money. And I think we should. We should put something in there so that if money sits for some number of days, it just gets automatically reverted to the previous address at the authority layer, you know, the verification layer, validation layer. If money just sits, it should get reverted to the previous address. There could be some limit on it, you know. But there should be, just like with normal, you know, there's a way to reclaim in the normal human world. There's ways to reclaim money. This kind of makes me want to design a cryptocurrency. It'd be somewhat of a futile project, because the only way that a cryptocurrency can exist is if you have access to a network of people that believe that they're going to be able to scam other people if they divert money into whatever you're doing. So you pretty much have to have already existed, or you have to have some sort of VC firm backing you. I don't think you could just come up with something. And then you've got the zealots, right? So you'd have to... That's the other problem, is that nobody would care if it solved real problems, because the zealots want to solve fake problems. The zealots want to believe that all 7 billion people on the planet are Edward Snowden. But in reality, most of us are just, you know, people living our lives doing our thing. But there's definitely a way for these sorts of systems. So there's definitely a way for a digital currency to exist that functions as a digital currency. I don't know. A while back, I had thought about this. Back in my Dapply days, I had thought about a digital currency and the need for it. And I didn't understand all of the issues with securities law, and you know, a lot of the reasons that I think a digital currency doesn't exist is because, well, I think there is some. I think the baby. In the case of regulators, the baby is the ability to control and manipulate people. And the bathwater is the useful things that happen along the way. You know, it's reversed. But I think it's possible to have a form of digital cash. I think. And I think that, contrary to what I would have said 2 years ago, I think that it's possible for a blockchain-like system, well, I think I did kind of say this before. Basically, if you had something that was essentially a Git, like a Git, something that used Merkle tree validation. But I think there's a way. I think there's a way to get throughput. I'd have to think through it, because what you want is the more nodes are on the network, the more throughput you get. And so you'd need something that was, wait for it, decentralized in order to do that. You can't get scale with these concentrated, centralized, non-distributed systems. But I think that there's a way that you could do the signing and the verification, and essentially you would have multiple quorums, and you'd need maybe just 2 layers, and I think nodes could participate in both layers of quorum. So just because you're a member of one, you could only be a member of a quorum, one member of one quorum of, say, layer A. But then you could also be a member of a quorum of layer B that's a different quorum or something. But how would you do it? Essentially, you just need a quorum to. How would you do it and get the instant locks? I think you'd have to do it in a the problem is that eventual consistency may not be an option. I guess you could have 2 types of transactions. I think the masternode system actually makes sense. With the masternode system, with the instant send system in particular, let's see. Could have any number of nodes doing signature verification. How do you prevent? Yeah, I think that the masternode system could provide fault tolerance against the Byzantine generals problem, and that the instant send system, you could basically have different quorums so that stuff very quickly gets validated at one quorum level and then gets promoted to the next quorum. So there's the initial, are you allowed to do this? And then you could have you could basically have nodes that are connected into the masternode system needs to be relatively small, but then having something like the 1000 dash provides the fault tolerance against being a bad actor to destroy the system. And so you have a relatively small masternode system, and then you have a network of basically there's writers and there's readers, and reader verifiers. So reader verifiers can promote something to be written, and they're always listening to anything that's written. So they have, say, 3 masternodes that they connect to, and they could change it and be random or whatever, and read the value back. I don't know. That's not my problem at hand right now, but I'm just thinking about it. Could Dash get there? Okay, anyway, back to this problem. Where was I? I was looking at the X key stuff. Yeah, I think that we actually do want to distinguish. I don't know. I don't know if we want to distinguish between those or not. All right. I'm going to leave this alone for now because this is a problem that requires more time and thought than I have available right now. But let me make a note of this in the issues. I'm going to put in okay. Oh, what's this? Whoops. Let me switch musics. We're going orchestral. Okay. All right. All right, so I'm not going to address that problem. Let's do a git diff here. So we added reuse address. And then over here, whoops. Okay, so I think I'm going to do a rebase against main and see what I can do here. Okay. Non-denominated coins are weighted. Let's see. Coin values have a minimum denomination. Values below stamps. Value below the minimum. Oh, interesting. There it goes. It did wrap. Let's see. Let's see, coin selection is done. Okay. Okay, my requests are rounded up to the nearest minimum denomination. All coins sent must have enough stamps to be sent again. Eliminates the 2.00 to 1.99. 999,999,8754. What is it? 551 minus 0. Oh. 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Are used to send each coin is sent to see. And more stamps. Change. When possible, change will be divided into stamps rather than returned. Oh no! Where did all that go? No! I am going to go to the video of this, and I'm going to use Text Sniper to get back that text. Because that was good, thoughtful text. Hold on a second. It looks like I'm live. Let's see. I need to actually, on this computer, I don't have Text Sniper yet. That was one of the things that I was going to go over when I did the video of setting up my computer. But I'm not doing that right now, so... Okay. All right. Let me allow Text Sniper to do its job here. There we go. I just copied that from my video. And there's probably some of these... Well, let's see. I got spell check enabled. Let me go ahead and copy that into my buffer. fix that spelling error. All right, there we are. Index lib dash wallet. Good. Those are the only things that will be committed. What are we doing? Bump major, bump minor. Patch. No, that's not what I wanted. So we've got on-track content here. Okay, there we go. That's what I wanted. Okay. Oh, did I not publish that? Let me go do this on the other screen. All right. Where'd my security key go? Alright, now I do this again. Open this in the browser again. And if you publish NPM modules, never check the don't ask for security key again button, because if you check that button, then it will ask you for a 6-digit code instead. So it's not like remember me, it's like make my life hard. Let's see. Well, the downside would be if you don't know that you shouldn't publish it publicly, which you already shouldn't do with Xpub, despite the name, and you publish it publicly, then who knows where the money goes. Uh, Okay. All right, so we published that. We're going to publish this now, right? So I'm a little confused. This was published. Dash wallet 0.6. Okay, there we go. So with that, all right. Let's see. Okay, what am I doing here? All right. Okay, I should do... Oh, come on. What's going on here? Come on, what is this? Why am I sitting here waiting? Alright, let's just cancel this and try again. Alright, let's try... Alright, let's try... Need to install the following packages. I just installed it. What are you talking about? Come on. What is going on here? Why is it making me just sit and wait? How is it looking up data for one package this long? I just installed it. I just ran the installer. Okay. Here's what we're going to do. We're just going to remove this for a moment so we can run this. And then we can put it back. Okay. .even v QR code dev dependencies. I don't actually need QR code yet, but we'll go with it. Bah. Again and again. All right. Here it comes. All right, shouldn't celebrate yet. Because we have to install it, then we have to test it, then we have to find some bugs and release version 0.6.1. But I've still got my security key in there. Boom. Alright, now let's go into another directory and run npm install -wallet. You gotta be kidding me. What is it doing? But it's... Okay, finally. It got there. Oh, whoops. -wallet CLI. Huzzah! Okay, now I'm going to run this over on the other screen because this actually has... Let's see. Get out of here. Cool. So I'm running it on my other screen here. And I've got coins. Good. And I've got accounts. Interesting. So one thing that I have in that list that prints out with the coins is that it shows the difference. Kind of. So there's the actual coins, so or actual stamps. So I actually have, really, I have 480 stamps at about 16 stamps per coin on average. No. What is it showing me here? Now I think that's the... Is that ideal? Oh, okay. So it's showing me... What it shows me is the difference between the... So on one I have a 0.981, and on the other I have a 0.991 as the last three digits of the two totals that it shows. So let me go back to this so you can see what I'm talking about. So if we do coins. Oh, good. So it gives a NaN calculation here. I'll have to figure out what that's about. But not right now. That might be, my guess is that because all of these are equally well denominated, it's probably something where I'm saying, take the first in the coins that are not fully denominated and do a calculation on that, and then whatever. So we got a NaN there, not a big deal. I can fix that later. I'm not going to worry about it now. But you can see... You can see that there's two totals. And so one of mine has 981 and the other one has a 0.991, which is a big difference. And it's a difference in the way that they calculate the stamp values. Oh, I do have a... oh, there's a message I need to respond to real quick. I think it's going to be real quick. Okay. Okay. Yes. Okay. Yeah, anyway, the difference I was saying is that one of them is showing what's the actual number of stamp values. And in my case, I think the actual number of stamp values I have that's already been denominated is 6. But then there's also calculating all of these values together, and that's the other one. So this is so many stamps per coin, yada, yada, yada. Anyway, that's interesting. All right, and then accounts looks good. So, yeah, that should give us coins there, and then this should give us accounts. So you can see now I'm running with the one that's installed. 1 second. Okay. Alright, so we got that. I kind of want to try Ascend. Let's see what's going to happen here. Interesting. So I found the first thing that needs to get fixed. Huh. Weird. I'm very confused about that. Oh, we need to move this from a dev dependency into a regular dependency for the time being. So I'm just gonna put a mark there. Alright, so out of this, what is this thing? What? Go away. Okay, I need to document that. What am I looking for? so we got that taken care of. Did I already put the... Let me see. I actually would kind of rather open up new issues over here. Yeah, I'm going to move this over because it's a little less busy. Let's see. What was that? Oh. Where did... Okay, so I got that. I need to get this changed. Okay. That's not what I wanted to copy and paste. Okay, so there's that. We can just move that over. And for the sake of simplicity right now, I'm going to manually move that over into... Bless my... This directory. Okay, cool. So now... Okay, cool. Another feature that I added, I don't remember if I did this on stream or not. I think I did, yeah. But there's the... You add the broadcast option to actually make it send. So if I do... For example, let me get my get a new test address. Don't worry about it. Anyway, so I can do send at John Doe. I don't need to do dry run. What? Oh, I'm so confused right now. Okay, so allow change. And then we have the not sent. Although... Oh yeah, because it has to use a 5 because it has... Wait, why couldn't it just use the 2? Now, let me see what coins I have again. Oh, whoops. I think I needed to do that. Nope, that's not what I wanted to do. Dang it. Dev. There we go. Dev. Oh, to John Doe from John Doe with the John Doe account. That's... I got messed up. Okay. Dash env equals undefined. Okay, there it goes. Yeah. Anyway. Yeah, so let's go ahead and we'll have... Let's test a transaction real quick. Let's see what accounts we have. I could probably do a send to me test for 0.02. Oh, I think I know why me test is messed up. I'm gonna go fix that real quick. This was that problem where I had extra arguments that would get passed in as the address. Nope, that's not it. There we go. And then if I'm lucky, the coins should be updated immediately. So before, there was 2 of these. My problem is that, for whatever reason, the old account stuff just doesn't show up. I think I've just got... I was manually editing that, and I think I got something amiss. Oh, there we go. There's me test. Okay, so that didn't sync. That should have gotten synced immediately. But it may not have gotten... It may have been that the address synced immediately, but it wasn't associated, because I'm sending to myself, and so I'm on either side of this, and it wasn't associated with the account in that way. So it knew, if it had looked up the address, it would have known that it had been spent. If it had needed to know if the address was spent, when it goes to generate it, it would have known, but it didn't know when it was going to do the calculation. That's okay. Anyway, so that's here. So good. So sending succeeded. And then there's one other test that I'm going to do over here, and we're going to call that good. Oh, yeah, and then, of course, I need to fix, add, until what's up, Delta Engine? How you doing? Until -tx is updated. There we go. And then npm run bump. We're going to do patch. And then npm publish. Use security key. Touch the button. There we go. Now that one is done. Okay, now I got to figure out... Okay. Well, that's good for now. I'm I'm satisfied with that. Things are working. We can go forward from here. I'm just gonna make a little note. And we'll get this thing wrapped up. Let's see. Do. All right, and with that, thanks for tuning in. I'm excited to finally have this working and tested, and got some documentation for it. I probably could do some more documentation. The stuff that's here is all right. It's a good start. We'll get there. So for version 0.7, I want to get switched over to xprivs instead of using xpubs. I don't know. But it's time for me to go. And AJ Plays Nintendo. I think that I will be back in maybe half an hour-ish or something. For Tears of the Kingdom. So, if you're interested in that, tune in. What's up, Ryan? Oh, and then I need to close out these pull requests. Let me actually do that first. Okay, so... boom. Got that closed out. And who is Delta Engine? I don't... what is this... I don't know if this is significant or insignificant. I will go here. Denomination, coin selection, and send. Get checkout main, get rebase, get push. All right. And that's it. We will be coming back to this as I'm doing the merchant tools. I will still be using this. Things will be getting updated here. Let's take a look at the README real quick. Decent enough. Could maybe update this. I'll update it next time. That's big. I mean, people can run the help. It's okay. They can do that. All right. And with that, we now have a CLI wallet that can send monedas. Delta Engine's a well-known Dash dev. Okay, well, welcome, Delta Engine. Unfortunately, this sucks. The other work, this took a really long time, was a very exploratory process. Whoops, where did that... I got that thing in the wrong place. Hold on. Ben, there we go. Yeah, this file is 3,000 lines long. A lot of these functions aren't used anymore. Oh, this is only 2,000 lines long. The other one's 3,000 lines long. But anyway, I'll just show this off again real quick. So I'm going to do it from the dev account. So there's a command to see accounts. So accounts shows you This is money that I would have received from John Doe. I'm playing both sides on this, so I am John Doe and I've added John Doe as a contact. But this would be money that I've received from John Doe. This is money I've received from Me Test. And these are other contacts I have, but the balances of those individual accounts is at 0 because all of the money is either here or here. Then coins shows the coins and the stamp value. So basically, to do cash-like sending, only the first 3 digits are accounted for. And I'm actually starting to feel like, although, so in an instantaneous transaction, 3 digits is about all you need. But realistically, for the way that Dash is, 2 digits is all you need because the price varies so wildly within 10 minutes that the resolution of the 3rd digit just, it really doesn't matter at that point. It's a really rough guesstimate. And then the stamp value is basically you cut off after the 3rd digit, but there's extra money, and that money is accounted as how many times could this coin be sent individually. So you send a bunch of coins together, and it basically rounds whatever the fee is up to the nearest 200, and then gives that as the fee, so that you never run into the problem of the 0.9999870 or 89807, whatever it is. You don't run into that problem. You get nice round numbers. When you send to someone else, they are guaranteed to get a coin that has enough value that they could send it at least 2 more times. So every coin must have at least 2 stamps to send. And then the coin, of course, is defined by the address, the transaction, and the output. That's what constitutes a coin. And then what account or wallet that's associated with. This should actually be accounts right now. It actually is wallets. It's different wallet phrases for each of these. What else have we got? So you can add a contact. So I could just create a new contact by saying, add foobar. Oh, wait. I need to first, if I want to, so I can request from foobar, and then here's the xpub, which should soon be xpriv, that I would give out to foobar. And so then if I want to add, that's for me to give foobar what they need to add me as a contact, and then foobar would give me their xpriv, shared account xpriv, or xpub. I would add them, and so now foobar, I don't know if it actually will show up under accounts yet because there's not been any transactions. Yeah, okay. Because I did it the right way, now this actually does show up for the transaction. So then foobar is right there, and so then now I can send to foobar. So I could send foobar 0.5. Actually, that'll give an error because I don't have 0.5. But I could send foobar 0.02. It's gonna. Okay, I didn't need to make change for that. Oh, right, it didn't. Let's see if I want to send 0.3. It should have to make change for that. Yeah, do you want to allow making change? Yeah, we'll allow making change. So allow change, and then this is the transaction, and then if I really want to send it, then I can do broadcast. I'll go ahead and add broadcast onto that. Now it actually sends it. So everything's a dry run by default, and this is what it took. It took this address and this address that had this amount, and then it sent out to these addresses. The total out was this amount, and then that's so 2 coins in, 3 coins out, and then some kind of debug math. This needs to get cleaned up for better output for the average person, but this is sufficient for now. And then let's see what else. And then there's some utility functions if you wanted to see that I just threw in there because I just needed them. So if you wanted to see generate address is debug only because, of course, lossy addresses are lossy. So you use HD addresses, not lossy addresses. But that's there for debugging, import, and if you want to swipe a private key. This actually just imports it. It doesn't then transfer it as well. You can see the coins. You can denominate, so you could just send coins to yourself denominated so that they're ready to send, and you don't have to worry about change in the future. You can send, you can remove a standalone key, you can stat a particular address, you can do an estimate on number of inputs and outputs. It actually, I don't remember the last time I tried this, so I'll check it out real quick. Estimate. Say that we're going to use 10 inputs and we're going to have 3 outputs. Then this isn't useful for the way that we're doing it now. This is old output. I'd have to update this. But if you were to send the minimum fee that's required, then you've got a 1 in a million chance that it would be accepted. So if you wanted to, you could rerun the signing algorithm about 500,000 times and you could hit this minimum target. Or if you just want to basically run the signing algorithm 1 to 3 times, you're almost guaranteed that that would be the minimum fee, and then the max fee would mean that if you had the worst possible luck with signatures, then that fee would cover the extra bytes of the slightly longer signature values. But we don't use any of this anymore because that was for the old model, the greedy model, the fingerprinting model, whereas the cache-like model, you're not worried about individual sats. You're trying to have cache-like transactions that have the benefits of cache-like transactions and not fingerprint all the money and create lots of change and all that stuff. Anyway, so yeah, that's kind of what this tool is. Some of this debugging stuff needs to get moved. So estimate needs to get moved to -tx. There's some of the internal code needs to get moved. This was really, really messy. A lot of stuff needs to get cleaned up, but it works. We'll be using it going forward. I will probably end up using, I'll use up the component pieces, the dash HD, which is the hierarchical deterministic keys. That's its own thing. That's good, clean code. Dash keys, good, clean code. Dash phrase, good, clean code. All of that stuff is going to be used in the merchant tools. And then some of these functions may be copied over, but realistically, as we do the web wallet for this, I think we're just going to rewrite it piece by piece. I'm going to bring over the denomination function, bring over some of bring over the sorting function, bring over coin selection function. But a lot of the caching stuff, it needs to be offline first, obviously. If you require things to be online and to have a great network connection, it's all the little bits and bobs that, you can assume that the majority of the time your wallet hasn't changed since the last time you used it. Most of the time, if you haven't opened your wallet in a while, then the money that's in the wallet hasn't been spent. So you can usually, spend that and not have to worry about having to sync up before you do it. There are some exceptions to that. But anyway, more of this, it's much more just in time than the one on the phone. It only takes a couple of seconds to get synced up as opposed to several minutes. But it could pretty much be instantaneous because it could be just in time. I'm going to select a bunch of coins, then I'm going to check the coins that I selected. Are any of them wrong? Or any of them already spent? If any of them are already spent, then I just select coins again. And you iterate on that a couple of times, and then you're spending milliseconds on your coin selection rather than minutes. And then same thing, if you have an address that you're going to send to, select the addresses you need to send to, and then before you actually do the send, you just check just those addresses that you need to send to, and then if any of them have been used, you can just select new addresses between the xpubs and the xpribs and stuff. All right, so that's that. Hopefully that was a useful explanation. I am out. Thanks for tuning in. Catch you later. Happy day that this stuff is finally published and merged in. And after a month now, main, there's no pull request. Main is main. All right. And with that, adios.